So welcome back everyone to Living the Florida East Coast. If you've been thinking about buying in Vero Beach, but wanted to stick to new construction, I'm going to tell you 3 opportunities that we have here that I think are the top opportunities to buy in Vero Beach, and we're going to dive into that right now. So guys, what is going on? My name is Andrew Pench, and if you're looking for a channel that goes over everything about what it's like to live, play, eat, sleep, or buy real estate anywhere on the Florida East Coast, make sure to like this video, tap that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, because I will be uploading 2 videos a week, possibly 3, maybe 1, but I guarantee you a video at least once a week will be coming up on this channel. Also, if you have any questions, concerns, or if you want to work with me as your realtor here when making that relocation down to the Florida East Coast, make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, because I promise that I will have your back when making that relocation here to the Florida East Coast. All right, so now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the top 3 opportunities that you can have when looking to build a new home within Vero Beach. So GHO is a very awesome, great builder that you probably never heard of. The reason being is they are a local builder. They're not a big national brand like D.R. Horton, Adams Home, Miranda Homes. That's where they're nationally recognized within throughout the entire country. So the fact that we have a local builder also plays into why I like them. So they're more, lenient with deposit options. They're very lenient with the amount of changes that you can do with the property, unlike D.R. Horton, where what you get is what you get and you can change things afterwards. Here you can kind of tweak as you go, but you can't overdo it, because Indian River County is very hard to work with as far as getting permitting approved. So a lot of upfront work is done, by GHO to get these plans approved and those permits passed in order to start that construction process. So if you start removing walls or, changing outlets and, things that are going to change the electrical permitting, the plumbing permitting, those are all going to take extra permitting processes throughout Indian River County. So just to kind of put that out there, I just wanted to let you guys know that it's not their fault that they can't be as lenient as maybe one would like. So you might want to work with more of an individualized builder that's only working with yours if you have time to move with that. But that is kind of what we have going on with GHO, is that they are more lenient than the D.R. Hortons and Adams Homes of the world. So first of all, talking about GHO, Lucaya Point. So Lucaya Point is one that I absolutely recommend for new construction if you want to have an included pool. So the pool actually comes with the house. That is very rare, and in fact, I can't think of any other neighborhood or builder for that instance within the county that will build a house with a pool included. So the reason being is because they must have a pool company that they rely on, because you cannot close on the home until the pool is done. So most builders don't want to take the risk of the fact that the pool takes a little bit longer than anticipated to go ahead and get that going, because they want to go ahead and put their money in their pocketbook and their checkbook right away. So that's number 1 there, is the fact that you get an included pool with Lucaya Point. Now, another big thing that you get is that you also have the option to build a villa. So villas are attached homes. They are duplexes, so 1 unit on one side, 1 unit on the other. Now, one of the best parts about Lucaya Point is that they make both sides different from each other. So same floor plan, same layout, but it's flipped for each side, but the elevation is going to be different for each side. So actually, unless you know what you're looking for, with the landscaping that they do and the appearance that it has and the different elevations, you almost won't even be able to recognize off of a first glimpse that they are villas. So they're going to be different, and that's what I think really makes it special. So the fact that you can get a villa with a private pool is another big thing that I wanted to talk about, because when can you hardly ever get a villa with a pool behind it? So with GHO, they build a 6-foot privacy wall in between the 2 back porch areas. So whenever you're back there and you have the, you're swimming out in your pool, you will have that privacy wall in between your pool on your side and the pool on the other side, so you don't have to, be looking at each other. You can even, do whatever you want. I don't know what you guys do in your pools, but you can have your privacy. So that is another big key factor, indicator that you get a villa, or you have the option to buy a villa with a private pool in Lucaya Point. Now, another reason why it's a rare opportunity is the fact that you are just about 5 to 6 minutes away from being on the beach. So you're on 41st Street, right there next to Indian River Boulevard. So you pull off of 41st Street, head on east over to Indian River Boulevard, head south down to the Barber Bridge, and once you go over that bridge, boom, smack, you are there. In the middle of summer, no traffic, no seasonal residents, none of that kind of stuff is happening. So you could be on the beach at your favorite restaurant, whatever it may be, you are there in 6 minutes or less. That is another thing there. It's a very rare thing to find, a house on the mainland with mainland prices, that is within 6 minutes away from the beach. So another big key factor there. Now for you people who pay attention to the building standards. So I'm talking to you guys out there that really want the best of the best when it comes to the building materials that they use. Lucaya Point's going to have that. So first of all, a lot of the things that would be extras, additional charges from other builders like the Vasta, Pulte, Adams Homes, Holiday Builders, if you wanted to get extras for those particular builders, a lot of those are actually going to come standard with GHO built into that base price, which is amazing. So things like impact windows. So you get a big tax or you get a big break on your insurance bill when you have the impact windows. You also get the peace of mind that you do not have to board up your windows when a hurricane is coming, and you get that added protection. Impact windows are also great for seasonal residents because you don't have to find somebody to put on shutters when you're back at home in New York, New Jersey, California, wherever you're coming from. If you're at home, kicking back, working, and you don't want to worry about having to put up those shutters, impact windows are a great way around that too. Also, you get the higher ceiling. So 10 foot, 12 foot, 14 foot, maybe even 16 foot in some places where they have the tray ceilings and you're at the very top of it. Foot ceilings there within their homes come standard as well. You don't have to pay for any extras with that. Also, something else that not a lot of people think about or know that it's a big deal is the fact that they have plywood sheathing with no particle board inside, throughout their roofs whenever they put on their roofs. So these are really compounds. They're not just homes. They are really fortresses that are very resilient to the modern day storms that we get here on the East Coast today. Like we haven't seen any kind of storms or bigger, more major storms on the East Coast of Florida where we are. But anyway, so that's really kind of the one thing that I wanted to point out there is the fact that they are indestructible homes, and a lot of the things that come standard with GHO, like the quartz countertops, the shaker cabinets, the higher ceilings, particle board sheathing, impact windows, those are all standard with these GHO builds, especially in Lucaya Point. Another big major thing that you'll see whenever driving through too is the fact that you get these spray and insulation. So that can make a huge difference in your energy bill, and it's reflected upon that too. So you get the spray and insulation up in your attic, the heat doesn't cut through anymore. Now all of a sudden you are not having to spend fortune on cooling down your house. So all big pluses in my opinion. All right, so next opportunity to buy with GHO again is going to be the High Pointe. So High Pointe neighborhood there. So that is a GHO neighborhood. It is a bigger neighborhood. It is north, in very northern part of Vero Beach, which is not a bad thing. The reason I say that this is an opportunity, a lot of infrastructure, a lot of commercial activities, a lot of plans for expansion is going to be put towards North Vero because a lot of the new construction is going towards the north, especially the northwestern part of Vero Beach. So with that being said, this is a big opportunity to buy, get at a lower price point with a very well built home that is pretty much hurricane indestructible. No flood zones that I'm aware of in that area. You're far enough west to where you don't have to worry about any kind of storm surges coming in like you saw in Fort Myers. Or this is really the chance for you to get in on the ground floor for the first phase of High Pointe. So I'm not even aware if the model homes are built yet, but if they are, I will make sure to go ahead and get some footage of that that for you. So this is for you to get on the ground floor of High Pointe, get into a relatively good price point, and there is several opportunities. You will not have a problem here. If you're watching this video any kind of near when it was released, I'm telling you, you're not going to have any issue getting a house there. So don't know if I said it before, but 278 home sites through 4 phases for this neighborhood. Also, you've got 50 to 60 foot wide options on the lots. This one's going to come with a fitness center, community pool, individual lawn care and maintenance. Also, it's a gas community, so that's another big one there too. Lots of natural gas communities within the northern part of Vero where a lot of the new construction's going. That is rare within the central part of Vero. So where, downtown, near there, also more eastern parts, more western parts of Vero Beach and central Vero, there is not a lot of natural gas options, but there in that northern pocket of Vero Beach, there is. So this is a natural gas community with gas range included for every home. All right, guys, so now that I've talked your ear out about High Pointe and GHO, it's time to move on to another builder. And this is actually going to be a plethora of builders too. The reason I say kind of a plethora of builders is the fact that you have a lot, or actually you have 2 main builders there, Miranda Homes and Adams Homes. I think Amaron may build, 1 or 2 throughout the Sebastian Highlands as well. But what I like about it is that there is still scattered lots around Indian River County that you can have the opportunity to build on, but they're not going to last forever. So this is in the residential areas where you see, 1, 2, 3 houses, a vacant lot, and then house. And it's not in an HOA neighborhood. Builders right now are buying up the remaining scattered lots throughout the area, and the time is really ticking with when we're going to run out of scattered lots to buy, and they're all going to be resales. And I'm telling you, it is coming up a lot sooner than you might think. So the fact that you can still, to this day, go to Vero Beach Highlands, go to Sebastian Highlands, go to, maybe somewhere a little bit further out west in Vero Beach and find a spec home built to the standard of, of today's standards, where it has the current hurricane codes, and also to where, it has the extra fill, bringing in the house a lot higher than what your neighbors would be. So the fact that you can go in and buy a new construction house with those new codes, new standards, without an HOA, without those restrictions, and still new construction, saving on those insurance costs, that is something that I would jump onto ASAP if you are looking for a house outside of an HOA neighborhood, because very soon we are going to be limited to only resales. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. All right, so now for a quick example, I wanted to take one house that is, let's just call it a 2000 build for easy math, and you've got a 2023 brand new build over here. And for some reason, they're the same price, and this happens all the time. So take the 2000 house, original roof, original cabinets, original flooring, everything. 2023, yes, it may not be built to your standard. It may have carpet in there. It may have cheap countertops, Formica countertops. It may have cheap cabinets. So you have this one here, new roof, 20 grand, 25 grand, already tack it in. You have to replace the flooring, $20,000 right there. So we're at $45,000 now. Now you need to replace the cabinets. The countertops, let's just say you can keep the countertops in this resale house. But you have over here on this side, for the same $350,000, $400,000, a brand new house where they brought in the fill. It sits up higher than your neighbors. You don't have to worry about any flooding. You've got the extra straps on your trusses, so you're saving every single year or month actually on your insurance bill. So you've got that going for you, but you have to replace the carpet and you have to replace the countertops. Whoop-de-doo. You do that, yes, everything's builder grade, but over here on this end, yes, it may have more character, may more, more stories to tell, nicer baseboards than the resale, but this is all brand new. Builder warranty, 10 years. You don't have to worry about the AC. The AC here is, let's just call it 10 years old. That is all things that you have to think about. Take a piece of paper and try to make sense in it in your head that you can get a brand new construction house for the same price as this resale. So all very, good things to think about with that, because more than likely you'll come out on top with the new construction over the resales almost every single time with the incentives they offer, the prices that they're charging. You just have to wait a couple months for it to be built. And a lot of times right now, in fact, they have a lot of houses that are, almost there to where you only have to wait like a month, or maybe even the house is already built and it's ready to go. So that's all good things to think about. Also, now you can get the best insurance rates right over your neighbors. You can keep your boats, your RVs, ATVs, etc. in the yard in these non-HOA neighborhoods. So all very good, all very positive things about buying in these scattered lots throughout Indian River County. So guys, that really wraps up the video. I thank you so much for tuning in and watching it again. If you have any questions or concerns before making that move down here to the Florida East Coast, make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, because I promise I'll have your back when making that move here to the Florida East Coast. Also, make sure to check out our website, which is fleastcoast.com. On that website, you can look for your properties. You can type in all the criteria, filters that you want to narrow it down to the particular neighborhood that you want to be in if you wanted to do that kind of research. Also, you can get market snapshots and get pre-approved all from this website. So I built it out. I'm constantly adding to it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time in the next video. Bye.